The wind howled a mournful tune through the ancient gnarled oaks, surrounded the village of Hemlock Hollow. And in the heart of Hemlock Hollow, a whispered tale spoke of Klabbeslusk. Not a man exactly, but a shadow, a legend, a shiver in the dark. Some said he was a hermit, driven mad by loneliness, his heart turned to ice by years of solitude. Others claimed he was a spirit, a remnant of a forgotten age, bound to the forest by a dark pact. But all agreed on one thing: Klabbeslusk was a figure of fear. Children were warned to stay indoors after dusk, lest Klabbeslusk snatched them away, his bony fingers reaching from the shadows. Farmers spoke of livestock vanishing in the night, their tracks leading into the deepest, most treacherous parts of the woods, where the trees grew thick and the sunlight never touched the ground. One crisp autumn evening, a young woman named Elara, known for her courage and her sharp wit, decided to venture into the forbidden woods. A sheep from her father's flock had wandered off, and she refused to let it be lost to the darkness. Klabbeslusk is just a story, she scoffed as she strapped her father's old lantern to her belt. A tale to frighten children. She followed the faint tracks deeper and deeper into the forest, the air growing colder with each step. The trees seemed to close in around her, their branches like skeletal arms reaching out to grasp her. The silence was broken only by the rustling of leaves and the occasional snap of a twig, sounds that seemed amplified in the oppressive stillness.